when I first started buying stocks, I was trying to get the cheapest stocks I could find, which I think that's what most people do. Because if you don't know anything else, you know, buy low and sell high. So of course you're never looking for any high price stocks. Plus, like when you first get into it, it's harder to let that money go when you know you're not getting a physical thing or you don't have anything to show for it. Well, physically, because I mean you're gaining a security. I always tell people if you're struggling with that, especially when it comes to a higher price stock, think about it more like a bank account, if that helps. But I'm bringing this up because a lot of times you're gonna get what you pay for. Penny stocks being anything under $5. You know, they can have good movement, and there are definitely some that you should jump on for sure. For example, NEO. I jumped on NEO when they were $3. Like the majority of the time I was buying them was between $3 and $5. Those are now $28, but I didn't sell them. That's a penny stock that I bought that was cheap. But you know, that comes with researching as well. You know, you definitely want to look into any of these companies that you invest in. Don't just go off of what I'm saying, because I'm not a financial advisor at all. So I don't want you to be like, oh, Mo said I should get this. Nah, son. I was just telling you what I do. But don't feel a way about spending $50, $100, $200, $400 on a share. Those are those value stocks that give you the bang for your money over time. Because as I've said before in like previous videos, this is a long-term game. That's where you're gonna win big. To have a share that is $500, that might sound crazy.
Hell yeah!
But if you know that you plan on holding that share for the next 5-10 years or just indefinitely, and you've done your research so you know those shares are going to be worth 3, 4, maybe 5 times more down the road, it's not a bad investment. When they're 5 times more, you're going to think back to that moment when you could have got them dirt cheap, but you felt like that was too much. And I've had that happen to me. That's just like a lesson you're gonna learn from being in the market. Like, that's not even necessarily something someone can teach you. Someone can give you a heads up, let you know how that goes, how that might play out, but really, you're not even gonna see it coming until it already happens. Because I'm not gonna know, or whoever else, they're not gonna know, especially if it's in your head and you're like, oh, I should buy these, but nah, I ain't paying that. Then next thing you know, they're double the price, and you could have had that profit. So that's it. That's my whole rant, man. That's it. I feel like it's very important to not look at the price first. Of course, you want to take the price into consideration, but even then, with fractional shares, if it's a company you really feel like you want to tie your money to, buy a fraction of the share. A fraction is still more than zero. Facts. Even though, of course, everybody wants to have the whole share, but sometimes that's not doable. That doesn't fit in your budget in the moment, and that's fine. That's when you piece it together. That's the beauty of fractional shares. It's a payment plan for stocks. That's how I look at it. That's what I tell people all the time. You have $100 to invest, and you really love Amazon, and that's what you want to invest in, then invest in Amazon. I'm not a spokesperson for Amazon. That was just an example. because their shares are like $3,200. They're a very popular company. Everybody's not paying that. Funny story though, this has to do with Wall Street Trapper. I follow him. If you don't follow this dude, you need to, cause he's lit. Like, he definitely opened my eyes to this whole game in a different way. So anyway, he posted a screenshot. He had just bought a share of Amazon for his daughter. Now, I was at a different place in my investing journey, because I'm still growing. I'm still learning every day. So at this point in time, to me, if a stock didn't pay a dividend, it was a no-go. Like, I wasn't even looking at that. I didn't own any shares that cost more than $100 at that point. And yeah, he bought that share at like $1,600 with no dividends. And I'm like, what? This dude is crazy. But I didn't have the understanding of what I'm trying to explain to you. Don't look at the price. Look at the value that you're getting in that company. Cause I'm looking at him like he crazy because he bought it for $1,600. Now, if I want to get it, it's literally twice that price. Shout out Trapper, man. Because at the time, I was like, yo, this dude is tripping. He just flexing. That's what I was like, he trying to flex. He want to showcase, oh, I'm spending this much on stocks and they don't even pay dividends because I got it. Like, that's how I was taking it. Like, I was like, why would you do that? Now I get it. So I hope that this video helps somebody so that they can get it sooner, because right now is a great time to buy.